For my photography honors project, I did mine on Bill Brandett. He was a British photographer in the 20th century, and this is one of his pictures here. He was born on May 2nd, 1904, and he lived until December 20th, 1983. He was born in Germany, but yet moved to England, specifically London, and captured Britain life, portraits, landscapes, and the distorted images, published 2 books, and he had an important role in capturing what it was like during the World Wars. All his pictures that he takes are in black and white, but that is due to the fact that there was not color back then. They have an ominous feel, and then the angles and sizes he chooses to shoot from show a different angle of seeing things, which makes them interesting. This picture right here shows curved lines along the handrail, and then there also is a shadow that also shows curved lines, which is like symmetry sort of, and then the lighting of it is like opposites also, which shows symmetry. So this picture just has like a really nice symmetry feel to it, and it's my favorite one of his. This picture looks like a young girl in her apartment, and I really liked it because the windows framed her face between that dark wall in the middle, and it really illuminated her facial features, and she kind of looks like she's in pain and like she could get out through the windows, but she isn't there yet. This picture really intrigued me because the angle that the legs are at makes them look distorted, just like they're really long and skinny, and the curved lines of her calves and of her inside of her thighs like makes it look really cool. And then the window has a rule of thirds in it, which kind of balances it between her knee and her in the window. This picture is one of couples, and it has like 3 of them, and they're all kind of in the same position, but like either the guy will be on top or the girl will be, and like it has a symmetry feel to it as like they're all 3 kind of in a row, but the middle one's at an off angle, creating like curved line kind of if like you look at it abstractly. And I liked how the trees were in the foreground, like emphasizing what's in front. This picture really spoke to me because it was during the World War, and on one side you have all the civilians, and then on the other side you have the railroad, and like one side's really light and one side's really dark, and it kind of just has like a really nice contrast to it. And also the curved lines of the ceiling, and how like and how it just goes back into darkness. I just thought that was really cool. And I like the diagonal lines of the railroad, and then the horizontal lines of the tiles next to the people. This landscape, there is the diagonal lines that lead straight into the lighthouse, and then on the left side there is the sun and the little boat, which is like a rule of thirds thing. But also, if you look on the far right, there is another little boat which kind of contrasts the sun and the other boat. And then there's more rocks on the right side than the left, which kind of also balances it out. The maid in the picture is being framed by the window sill, and like it kind of makes her look like she's the picture herself. And then the horizontal lines of like the window frames, I don't really know what those are called, kind of like put a vocal point on that she's supposed to be in the attention. I also like the texture that the leaves give the picture and how it makes it like more realistic looking. And that is the end of my slideshow, and I hope you enjoyed.